Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event of the evening. 60 minutes of football fun and banter with Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV. Are you ready? Let's get ready to rumble.
Strap yourself in, because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
Watch us on YouTube. Listen on your favourite podcast platform. Or ask your smart speaker to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Subscribe, like, follow, and join in now.
This is your host, Chris.
No! God, please, no! No!
I know, I'm sorry, but he's cheap and available.
How rude.
Right, Chris.
Good evening. How the devil are you? I will apologise in advance. It looks like my Wi-Fi is playing up again. I've got a whole new system, so I need to check all the plugins and what have you. I know it caused a few problems last night with the Rob Tanner interview. So hopefully it's going to be all right. I've got everything turned off, fingers crossed. How are we all feeling about this one? Yes. Shit. I don't feel confident at all. I think I'd have preferred it if Newcastle had won the other night against Sheffield Wednesday. It was a bit like poking the bear for me, and we didn't want that to happen. But look, it is what it is. We know they also beat us. Well, yeah, let's be honest, quite easily. Fair play to them. And let's hope we learnt from that. Let's say a few hellos before we start. Marcus Spores is got 3-0 to Newcastle. Let me put you down for that one, Marcus. Marcus has gone at 3-0 to Newcastle. Gray is in. How the devil are you, Gray? Are you feeling a bit more confident than I am? Yes, because I'm not. James is in. Good evening, James. How the devil are you? Thank you for joining us again. I need to, I'll send you an email because I need to talk to you about the next round of the quiz. And as he says there, hit the likes and subscribe. Please do. It says, evening, Chris. Good evening, Nate. How are you? And then he says it to everyone as well. And Gray, the definitely deep. Let me get my teeth in. The depletion. That's it. The depletion of the team. I've cleaned my teeth this morning. Can't do a thing with them. Depletion of the team. Unfortunately, I can only see one winner. 2-1 to City. Gray, you've matched me. I've gone 2-1. More in hope than expectation. I'm not going to lie. But there we go. How is the stream looking at the moment, guys? Is it clear? Is it good quality? I have now got a huge one in front of me.
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts. From Aldershot to Manchester, from the Conference to the Premier League, from San Marino to Brazil. If it's football, we'll talk about.
I think that they're having a few problems.
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on.
Yes, finally it stopped. Like I say, brand new system. I was hoping it would be working. It wasn't last night. Don't know if it is tonight at all. But am I back? I think I should be more. Winnie says, "Come on, Chris." Says Gray. Nate says 3-2 to Leicester. Let me. Don't know if my heart would last that or not. Nippon is in. Big up, Nippon. How are you? David is in as well. David, hello. He has gone. Hopefully I'm back. Considering Leicester start of the season, I don't think I'll be watching them in the quarterfinals. Yeah, I'm back. Hey, you see, that was my fault for touching something. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those nights tonight. I'm in, I'm out. I'm in, I'm out. Oh, almost working as well as a Chris Wood shot from outside the 6-yard box. Cheers. It's going to be a long night. It really is. It really is. I know. Just call me Paul Daniels, and it's magic. Okay. Shall we have a look at the team? Yes, let's have a look at the team, Chris. Here we go then. Let's see if this will. Yes, it will. Here we go. Ward in goal. Across the back, we've got Castagna, Amati, Faze, and Thomas. Kind of knew that they would be back with us, I think, as the back four. Ndidi and Tielemans. And then the two wingers, looks like we've got Albrighton and Barnes with Perez and Daka. Will Perez, I mean, this is the night. Come on, Jose. You're up against your old team. Let's see what you've got. Let us see what you have got. Oh, talking, I don't know if anybody's got, right, let's see the shirt I've got on. Leicester City are just been shown winning the, well, this was the draw at Wembley against Middlesbrough when we went on to win our first League Cup under Martin O'Neill. Do you remember that? Across from Robbins coming in there. Steve Walsh heads it back in. Emil Heskey pokes it in. I think he got the last touch after Steve Claridge. What a oh, watching the showing the replay. Maybe this is the lucky top, hey guys. Yeah, I think we're down to that. Was that a shin I saw there off Steve Claridge? No, it couldn't have been. Iverson is back into the subs bench with Schwonschuh and Vestergaard. Mendes on there as well. Baybrook, Brunt and McAteer. I mean, Brunt and McAteer had a great game. I know it was only Gillingham. I know they're 62nd in the league, etc. But they did have a very good game against Gillingham. Inacho and Vardy on the bench. Ponders Kamar, he did. I wonder if he's still got him in his pocket. I wonder. But there you go. I mean, I've got to be honest with you. I can't. I mean, with the injuries that we've got and the players that are available, Vardy, yeah, let's bring him on for the last 20 minutes. You know, he can't be playing all these games. It wouldn't be fair. Showing now the last ever League Cup final at Wembley, and I was there, and it was Leicester City playing Tranmere Rovers. Ex-Leicester player getting the equaliser there for And Matt Elliott getting a couple of headed goals. Memories. And then after that, of course, they knocked down the old Wembley. Daka needs to step up. Yes, Daka does need to step up. Definitely, 100%. It's got the potential. I just think Daka was bought a season too late. Not Daka himself, but the striker was bought a season too late. Like Soyuncu, he had a whole season to get used to the team, to English football before he took over from Maguire. If we'd got Daka a season ago, he would have had that year while Varney was still reasonably scoring. Whether that be true or not, I don't know. We will see. But that's what I believe anyway. James said the fact that James Barker had gone for 2 Newcastle. James, I do get you on that. But I could completely wrong. I said they would beat Wednesday, and I got that wrong. I mean, it has shown they are vulnerable, but of course, they had Dubravna in goal. Chris Wood was up front. I think the big guns will be coming back, of course, for today. And David, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good day. Newcastle been great since we closed game 2-2. Newcastle Pens win. Oh God, I don't think I could go. I don't think I could go for penalties. My heart wouldn't stand it. Super Steve Walsh listing to the left. Super Steve Walsh lifting the cup. Yeah, great guy, Steve Walsh is. Then we lost to Spurs in the final. Neil, yes, mate, please do. Come on and join in. Let me just send you the invite, sir. Like I said, everything is going a little bit slow at the moment. Everything's just not working. Remember that game? We threw it away, didn't we, at the end? I remember, was it just in Edinburgh that got sent off? I think Savage sort of had something to do with that. But, hey, 3 finals in 4 years, 2 wins. It was the dog's dangly bits at the time. We felt so good. Now, we really should remember where we've gone. But Neil, just bear with me. Like I say, on this new computer I've got, everything is so bloody slow. It's unbelievable. Let me just find you. Geordie says, by win, I mean the cup. Evening, Chris. Sorry, going backwards there. If Newcastle don't win tonight, I hope Leicester go on and win it. But I'm going 2-0 Newcastle. I said that last night. I popped onto the Toon Review and I said, if we don't win this, I'd love to see Newcastle go on and win it. I really would. Right, let me just. I'm going to put my foot through this computer screen in a minute. Right, let me just find you, Neil. Right, let me just send you this. Right, I've sent it to you, Neil, if you get that. Yes, I would love Leicester to trophy, says David. Stops at least, indeed. Bloody hell, Neil's thing is a lot quicker than mine. Good evening, Neil.
Hi, Chris. You're having a bit of a struggle, aren't you? Do you want to jump out?
I've got this new system.
It is very slow, Chris. If you want, is it worth dropping yourself out for a bit, trying to sort it out, and then coming back, and I'll take over the stream if you want.
You're a good man.
Because that might help. I know what it's like trying to do this on your own. Yeah, no worries, Chris.
Not today. I shall be back.
Cool, no worries. Well, welcome to Not Beyond the 90. Just gonna pay. I don't have admin access or anything, just to help Chris out in the meantime. What are your thoughts? Get your thoughts in the comments. I'll try and help you out because, I mean, look, we've talked about this before, where on just in general, Newcastle absolutely spaffed us. I don't know what the right term is. They absolutely went wrong. This time we've got to get it right. And the thing is, we're not expecting there to go and win. We have to be a little bit more, well, just better in general, because my God, there's just so many problems that we're facing. My main problem is Brendan Rodgers is very stubborn. We know this. Look at the formation. The 4-2-3-1 that we played against, where we got absolutely demolished. We're playing the same formation. Now, I think it hopefully will be a better performance, but Newcastle have gone strong as well. The formation they're playing, the 4-3-3, they've put Callum Wilson instead of Chris Wood. Obviously, Chris Wood got the goal against us last time. Coming into, again, get your thoughts in the comments and I'll try and read them out. Again, I don't have admin access, but I'll try and help out where I can. But yeah, overall, I'm a bit frustrated with Brendan not changed to 3-5-2. Kelechi Iheanacho, we say this all the time, but what does he have to do to start? He deserves to start. He was the player that created that opportunity, got into the good space, and finished off the ball. Daka, I like Daka. I think Daka's a great player. However, in this match, is he going to be he's going to be pulled all over the place by Sven Botman. He's going to hopefully, I'm wrong. Hopefully I can come into this match and I go, I got it wrong. Daka, I like Daka, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure of it. LCFC Gray, big up yourself. Again, thank you for all the love that you show, again, this channel and all the Leicester channels. Again, really appreciate it. And I see you, so really appreciate it. I think we're up for this tonight, Neil. I'd love to share that optimism. I'm hoping that we turn up. I mean, the 4-3-3 that we play, we have to go toe-to-toe with them. Essentially, we're playing 4-3-3 with Harvey Barnes. This is a big match for Harvey Barnes. On that right-hand side, Trippier, who's gone? No, yeah, Trippier on that right. I think this is Barnes needs to step up. He's not stepped up in a while. We know the quality that he's been at. However, does it seem like he's stalled a little bit? He's stalled a little bit. And I'm really just disappointed. Another player, again, looking at James Dunlop has said, and Gray as well, the Nacho treatment is disgusting. He goes, I'm surprised you guys aren't starting Nacho. We all are, mate. We don't have an excuse for why Iheanacho is this bad, because he's a great player. Yes, there is a time where everything goes wrong. His touch is terrible. He's tracking back. He fouls the player, gets a yellow, and he looks at the ref like, what are you doing? What am I doing? What's wrong with me? What did I do wrong? And you're like, come on, Nacho. But there's that moment of magic that he has shown that, again, as much as I love Daka hasn't shown it so far this season. He's got a couple of goals, but there's nothing that stands out to me that goes, yes, that's the case. If you're playing Daka, even if you play him if you play two up top, because that's where he thrives more. The question is, if we play two up top, we have to play three at the back. Now, Daniel Amati will be one. Walt Fass will be the second. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who would be the third? Because it's not Vestergaard, is it? Let's be honest. I don't think anybody wants it to be Vestergaard. Lewis Brunt, very new. Again, he played, I think he was man of the match against Gillingham. I thought he had a really good performance. But you're going to have to play somebody in that third position. Timothy Castagna suits a wing-back role. I think that's what he played at Atalanta. I'm pretty much sure, again, that's put Castagna on that back as well. LCF go in the back three. Kagster Amate all day. Okay, so you're playing... I keep forgetting Soyuncu exists. Because he doesn't play. Is he on the bench for this one? Let me have a look. Let me have a look for this one. He isn't on the bench. Oh, no, he is on the bench. Iverson, Soyuncu, Vestergaard, Mendy, Braybrook, Brunt, McAteer, Iheanacho, and Vardy. And I'm just looking at Leicester City France. I've just put, good night, my friend. Because, yeah, they've given up. They're a good Twitter account if you want to follow them. LCF, Leicester City France. or LCFC_FR. They're a good Twitter account to follow as well. Brendan forgets he exists. I think you're talking about Iheanacho. Totally agree, mate. Gray puts in about Brunt and McAteer did really well. Totally agree. They did do well, but let's not get it wrong. That League Two opposition, they played well, but there's a difference between League Two opposition relegation zone and quarterfinal, the semi of the EFL Cup against Newcastle. If you're going to try and introduce them, we need to introduce them in a game where we're 2-3 goals ahead and we're seeing out the game, and game management is key. I don't think that's going to be the case going forward. Nat, you put about Siyunchu, Brendan forgot he exists. Yeah, I totally agree, man. Totally agree. But yeah, in terms of that, the formation, I'm hoping, look, we're not going to be first to every ball. We're going to be bossed off the ball. I think Jimarish is going to have Tillemans in his back pocket. I'm hoping not. I'm really hoping not. A player that we could really get at is Sean Longstaff. And I'm really hoping that we could really do some business there. Chris's screen's gone black. I imagine that's Chris anyway. He's come back, and I think it's as slow as it was before, Chris. But just talking about the formations at the moment, are you surprised he hasn't gone to 3 at the back? Oh, Chris, Chris, can you hear me? I think Chris is froze. I don't know if anybody else in the same position.
Am I in? Because I can't myself in.
You are. I mean, if you're comparing the two, at least you know it's your computer's problem, because this side seems to be okay at the moment. So you're turning into it. Yeah, he's really turning it off and on again. But yes, in terms of that, again, James put in the cut. I think that's an Everton logo, mate. You're in a dump as much as we are, if not worse, because you've spent money and gone backwards. Any potential incomings or outgoings for Leicester City this January? The outgoings are probably Soyuncu, Ayoze Perez, Pratt. I think that's it. I don't think Tillemans is going anywhere. None of the first team starters are going anywhere, really. So I think that's about it. So incomings, left back. Well, what it is, I know there's a recent thing at the moment. I've not had a chance to talk about it on my screen, but I'll give Chris the opportunity to talk. I'll talk about it on Chris's stream. For what we've got on, Brendan Rodgers only spent £3 million, something that has been mentioned a lot. I can't bring it up at the moment, but Brendan, we've spent, since Brendan Rodgers has joined the club, 213 million, and we've received 210 million. Villa have spent 430 million, received 143. So they are 287 ahead, which is insane. It's insane compared to us. It's insane, but it's kind of part of the course. This is the bracket that we want to be in. You're looking at the lives of West Ham. You're looking at Newcastle, Villa. So West Ham have spent 397, received 106. So the total is 291. And Newcastle, again, obviously a new club in terms of spending money on this level, spent 334 and received 32. So 309. Is this the way that it's going? Because the way that, yeah, you're looking all right, Chris. I'm just looking through. I don't know if you saw the £3 million thing today about spending.
I did. Everybody's been going on about it. I do honestly. There's so much news going around at the moment, and you and me, we both had Rob Tanner on. You don't know what to believe half the time, do you? But yeah, surely, in a way, that's good business for us.
Yes, but the thing is, I agree. But at the same time, Brendan needs to hold himself responsible and go, look, I don't think he'll come out publicly and say it, but he has to hold himself responsible. Go, I spent 30 million on Ayoze Perez. It's not worked. I spent 30 million. I've spent 15 million or 18 million on Yannick Vestergaard. It didn't work. We've given Ryan Bertrand 80 grand a week. It's not worked. So when you look at these kind of situations and you go, right, needs to be some kind of self-accountability here, because he overrode the scouting system to get this. And I get it. He's not been paid well, but let the scouts do what they do best. And you say yes or no, instead of you going out there and trying to find your way. Now, I think with Martin Glover, he's going to be more of an authority in that space. But we're penny pushing at the moment, and I think our fixtures coming for the next couple of months or so. I don't know if you've seen until February 25th until Arsenal. Apart from Forest, it looks pretty grim.
It does, but you've got to think as well, is it's not just, that Rodgers has bought badly. Slimani, that was a complete 30 million write-off on him.
Yeah.
Diabate, so every manager's had those players.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's just coincided with. Can you still? Oh, I'm back. Can you see me? Okay.
You're back, and it's not pretty viewing, Chris. I can't lie. It's something to do with your I don't know if it's your PC. I don't think your internet's all right. I think I
have got this new PC.
It's a bit like a slideshow at the moment. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, this is something like the 6th quarterfinal we've been in under Brendan Rodgers, and there would have been a time, and I know it's all years and years ago. It you can't keep going back, but there was a time we'd have killed to have had 6 quarterfinals in sort of 4 years.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but at the same time, expectations change and the managers change as well. So I totally agree. Where we would have killed for that, yes, but with the squad and how it is, this is going to be a tough game, and I definitely agree. I mean, Rob said this to us, and it was something that I wasn't prepared to hear, but I understand. But yeah, I think there was a comment I was going to mention later on where, you mentioned Slimani, Musa that summer, Adrian Silva. I think they bidded for Adrian Silva and it didn't work that season. Mendy, I think, is still one of the only remaining players. Luis Hernandez, people completely forgot about. But the reason why that didn't work is because Ranieri took over transfers because he went on to Everton, I think was his name, who's in the chat at the moment. James Dunlop, he's a Everton Estonia fan. He went over. Steve Walsh Senior went over to them, and he just kind of went, well, I'll leave it as is, no point. And Ranieri just went right with it. So that was the reason why that year messed up so much. And I'm hoping that this is the year. This was our 2016-17 where we make an absolute mess of it, and then we regroup, reform, and go again. Because. Yeah. You were saying, Chris, sorry.
Neil, thank you so much for coming in. I'm going to let you go because I think having a two-way conversation is going to be difficult for 90 minutes. And to me, you just went again there. Maybe pop on at half-time if you're free. That would be brilliant. But
we'll try.
It's just I keep losing you, you keep losing me. So I think it's like trying to talk like you're in Australia at the moment. But I do appreciate you coming on, Neil. Thank you very, very much.
No worries. Thanks, Chris. See you later.
Cheers, buddy. You. Thanks so much to Neil there. Don't forget, Beyond the 90, on all your socials, get over there and get we just try and get the Carabao Cup details up. And so Leicester are in all blue, and they are kicking from left to right as I look at it. Newcastle breaking away here in their traditional black and white striped tops and black shorts, and straight away they're cutting through the defence. Oh my God! Not even a minute on the clock there, and Leicester Leicester are absolutely cut open. Wow, we got away with that. I've got to lie. I'm not going to lie to you. We've got away with that. Man United, Charlton are the other. Of course, the other. That should have been. That could have been easily been a goal. And it wasn't far over either. It was not far over. Oh, tell you what, let's hope that's not going to be a pretext for the whole night. I think Newcastle are obviously going to come at us early now, so it's a throw in the Newcastle half on the near side. So we are, remember guys, no spoilers. Did you message me, mate? I didn't. I'll have a look after the match, mate. Was it on Twitter you messaged me? Do you know what, snooker? Ronnie O'Sullivan's looking old. I think that probably says more about me than him, in fairness. So Newcastle coming away again. Oh, another long shot from Newcastle are putting the marker down. Gray says Luke Thomas has to do better. Haven't we got an awful lot of choice? Yeah, Newcastle are definitely going for it. Good evening, Doug. How are you? Hope you're well, mate. Hope you are well. Everybody's coming in to see a grown man cry, which it could well be tonight. It could well be. But Leicester on the break here. Barnes, what can he do with it? He can lose it. That's what he can do with it. And the Newcastle player down. Who knew? So, 3.5 minutes gone in the match, and I can't get the stream up at the moment because it seems to have gone down. Oh, there we go. There we go. Right. Geordie, you went. What did you go for, Geordie, score-wise? I can't remember. Do remind me. And Doug, what are you going to go for? Oh, here we go. Playing up again. Let's get comments. A save for the standard of the internet connection. I do need to get it sorted. A bit worrying at the moment, I'm not going to lie to you. Very, very worrying at the moment. It's all Newcastle. God, I thought that was 1-0 then. Newcastle are kicking the opposite way to what it should on the back. Can we just try something? Hello guys, now we're going to try this with wiring. Let's have a look. For fuck's sake. Guys, I think I'm going to have to end this watch along because it's been fucking annoying. On Instagram, you best to message on Twitter. Oh, this is doing my absolute nutting. So it's 0-0. It's gone, and I don't know how. Not gonna lie to you. I really don't know how. confident. What? For fuck's sake, with me or the channel, or the game, because this fucking channel is doing my head in. Slurp is in. Good evening. Also Newcastle. Oh, what are we doing at the back? Fucking hell, Tielemans. You're going to play shots like that. It was Perez. Trying to help your old mates out there, Perez. "13 minutes gone, it's still 0-0 somehow." Just play the ball straight out, why don't we? Tell you what, let's just try it like this. I don't think it'll be much fucking better, to be honest with you. So 0-0, 14 minutes gone. At the moment, like I say, it is all United. Oh my God, how close was that? Another look near miss for Newcastle United. They're getting closer. They're getting closer. They are knocking on the doors. I suppose we're quite lucky that we got through 15 minutes and not conceded a goal. And 0-0 at Old Trafford at the moment. Gray says sometimes we get the ball and we don't know what to do with it. You're quite right. Yeah, I can't argue that at all, Gray. I cannot argue with that at all. Luke Thomas with the throw straight to a Newcastle player, who then passes it straight to a Leicester player. We are playing at the back. We are playing like a bunch of, under 15s at the moment. Just try and get your foot on it and try and get the ball away. I tell you what, if this goes to penalties, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Geordie, are you still in at all? A cross comes over from Newcastle. Newcastle, couldn't quite get to that. Almiron goes out for a goal kick to Leicester City. Oh, wow. Wow, James. Interesting news. Stephen Gerrard is in talks for the Poland national team job. Wow. It won't do him any harm to go off and maybe learn a bit like that. He's certainly not going to do his managerial career any harm, is it? Away from the limelight a little bit. Right, throw in for Leicester. Two players immediately on the ball. As soon as we get the ball, there's two Newcastle players then. Straight on us. 17 minutes gone. I don't know why anyone was having to go Castagna for that. Yeah, James. First Roberto Martinez to Portugal. Now Gerrard to Poland. How was that a free kick? How was that a free kick to Newcastle? Have we got a Homer ref already? I think Rob last night wasn't giving us the full Monty what they were doing in training. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Oh, it's been ball! Oh my God! How the hell are we still at 0-0? How the hell? Ward, what a save. Honestly, I have seen under 10s teams defend better than this. At the moment, we are 0-0 purely because of Newcastle's finishing rather than anything that we're doing. It's pathetic at the moment. It really is. Am I still freezing and breaking up, guys? Yeah, I mean, if we had a full team out, who would we have out there that we haven't got out there at the moment? Great. You know, cheers, great. Thank you very much. Sorry, I can't bring in the Grace this evening. I need to get this new system sorted. Yeah, Madison. Believe it or not, Doug, I had actually, and Gray, I had forgotten. I just had forgotten about Madison. We could well be going in the summer. Going to Rob. So Newcastle are coming forward again. Again, that's all I seem to be saying at the moment. I've seen Daka once. Oh, again. Ward falls on the ball. What is this defence doing? Shane's in. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good day. Pardon my night. And thank you, James, for that. And Doug, apparently I'm working at your ends. Well, that's something. That is something, I guess. Hang on, there's the Nick Pope has picked the ball up. And now we're just giving away a free kick there. Just about to see the Man United goal. Well, I've got to be honest with you, that was a good goal. Doug, I've not heard that. Didn't hear that yesterday on the transfer show. I just don't think that. I just see. Then again, we were only looking at players. We're not shutting them down, Gray. Exactly. They are shutting us down. 70% possession for Newcastle. Right, Daka's got the ball on the far side. What can he do? Barnes has run offside. It comes across this side of the field to Albrighton. Oh. And then Tielemans wasn't able to do anything with it. Just coming up to 24 minutes, nearly 25 minutes gone. And there is only one team in this at the moment. Fair play to Newcastle. They're not letting us settle. Every time we get the ball, they are closing us down. And they're coming down the left-hand side, the near side, but it's kicked away by Marty. And that'll be a throw-in on the near side, level with the penalty box for Newcastle. Newcastle with Trippier on the far side. What a good buy he was. Yeah, but they're not always coming off at the moment, are they, Gray? Not like they used to, unfortunately. Just thinking, the longer this goes on, are Newcastle going to get frustrated? Are the fans? I mean, they've got, I would imagine, great support there. Obviously, I can't have the sound on, but yeah, they're saying here Leicester are on the back foot. We so are. We so are. Jeff is saying maybe a game where we are completely dominating, we break away near the end to steal the game. I would love that to happen. Love it. I'd love it if we beat them. Yeah, I would like that to happen. Hey, stranger things have happened. You know, we won the Premier League. There you go. Steve Stone, former England midfielder, is saying, I don't know how long Leicester can continue to give chances away to quality opposition. Yeah, I mean, it is a tad worrying, let's say. So at the moment, 66% possession to Newcastle. They have had 9 shots to our 1, but only one of them have actually been on target. And our 1 shot has been on target. Yeah, we've seen plenty of games, haven't we? You know, where a team is totally under pressure and they nick one and go away and steal it. So, you know, fingers crossed. So it's a free kick to Newcastle. All the players are lined up on the penalty box line. And it's played out and then chipped in. Oh, Ward called for it, I believe, there, and Ward came and got it. We don't have any cutting edge. You know, we need Inacho up front, but who do you drop if we bring Inacho on? You know me. 4 bloody 2. That's what we should be playing. Can he keep it in? Oh, yeah. Come on. Come on, Daka. No. Oh, what the hell? Why didn't you just shoot? Oh. Mark Albrighton tries to cross it in. It's off. What was Daka doing then? Really? Why didn't you just shoot? I mean, Castagna got a bit of luck, came down, he played the perfect ball in for Daka. He should have been greedy. He didn't. He tried to pull it across. It was a pansy of a shot that came across. Powder puff shot. Just was never going to get to him. Also, it was badly placed. There was a Newcastle player between him and the player was trying to get it to. Best chance for Leicester. Oh, look at that. Newcastle going down. Honestly, proverbial bride's knickers on a wedding night, Newcastle players. Inacho for pair. That's a good point, actually, Nate. Very, very good point. Yeah, okay. Well, we're in a relegation battle, aren't we? Whether we like it or not. We're only 2 points away from the bottom 3, and to me, that is the relegation battle. So Ward collects the ball out to Castagna, back to Amati. Oh, yeah, for fuck's sake, Amati. Honestly, stop playing it out from the back. I mean, what the hell? We haven't got it away yet. And now another Newcastle player's gone down. Somebody must have blown wind on him and he fell over. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Honestly, we're our own worst enemy. We are our own worst. Half an hour gone. And I tell you what, how the hell are we still in this match? Suicidal defending. Excuse my bad language. I know. You know, I mean, you know, they're all over us like a rash and we still try and play out by the back. It's ridiculous. It is totally and utterly ridiculous. Now, if we lose this, I don't think Rodgers will go at all, to be honest with you. I think he's now with us till the end of the season. The ball over, but straight down the arms of Nick Pope. Men against boys again. Men against boys. Poor kick out. One goalkeeper down to the other. If we lose to Forest, and I tell you what, play like this, and there's every chance we could do. Luke Thomas got away with one there. We're coming away down the middle. The ball's over the top to Barnes. No, we couldn't control it. Now we're coming back again. Now we can't control it again. Now what the bloody hell's going on? A shot that's over from Tielemans. Barnes, it was over the top. Barnes tried to control it. It came off his foot, in all fairness. But then passing was just awful. Awful. I do feel like we couldn't pass wind at the moment. It's a corner for Leicester. Bit of pushing and a shoving going on in the box. So a long one, headed straight over, headed back in and headed out by Newcastle United. Yeah, Will James, you're quite right. You are quite right. I think Forest could. Oh! It's another corner, I think, to Leicester. Or is it? Yes, it is. Can Leicester get anything from this corner? No, it goes all the way through. And then a free kick. Fuck off, referee. What did everybody think of this referee? Is it just me, or is he being a little bit biased? Or am I wearing blue tinted spectacles? In fairness, I could well be. I could well be. Corner now to Newcastle on the near side of Castagna. Yeah, I'm dreading Forest at the weekend. I really am. Not looking forward to it at all. So Trippier and Almiron play the short 1-2 to each other at the corner. Crossing from Trippier to the far side. They haven't got it away yet. Fucking hell, honestly. Somebody, it is schoolboy defending. And now Leicester break, but I doubt we will come to it. Oh, my God, the referee has given us a free kick and he's booking a Newcastle player. Is it Longstaff? Yeah, it is Longstaff. Yeah, great referee is non-mentionable. Yeah, that was a free kick in fairness, and it was a booking. The referee got that right, despite Longstaff. His first yellow card of the season. We put pressure on these, and they will crack. I just think the longer we can keep it at 0-0, we will get the crowd a little bit worried. Because I think the Newcastle fans, and as you know, I did have a fallout with Newcastle fans, and fell out with the guy from the Toon Review. Made up we dealt with it like adults, and we've made up. We were both having a bad day, but I've got to be honest with you, they were confident. They were confident. I can remember sort of a couple of seasons ago when it was Ashley and Steve Bruce who's in charge, and they were saying, "Oh, it's going to be 4-0 to Leicester." Fine. Now they're saying it the other way around. Fair play to them. Jeff says, "I'm looking forward to the Forest game." I think you're the only one there. Oh, come on, referee! Yeah, that's another free kick and another booking. Burn is going in the book. Well, this referee might just be turning it around here. Might be getting a little bit neutral. Banter with your son has already begun. I don't know how you still speak to you. How did your son become a Nottingham Forest fan? Really? Unmentionable. Unmentionable, Jeff. So 2 yellow cards in quick succession here. Burn is in the book for now for Newcastle, joining Longstaff. Ward, what a waste there, Ward. Chips it out over to Castagna, and it goes right over his head and out. We are frustrating them. We are frustrating them. Gray says, my missus and me banter would get took off air for Forest match. I'd love to have you both on here, Gray. Be a different version of Mr. and Mrs. Face absolutely wallops it upfield. It comes straight back at us. No, a good effort there. Pumped upfield for Leicester. Daka was never really going to get on the end of it. That's not his fault. And Pope comes out and clears it. 39 minutes gone. Leicester City are holding Newcastle 0-0. And I think you can say we are holding them. That is what it's like. Nice one, Gray. Nice one. What is it with Leicester? I mean, are you married a Forest fan? Jeff's son is a Forest fan. I'm quite happy that my daughter in London's going out with an Arsenal fan. I mean, I've other options. That's probably one of the better ones. So Almiron playing 1-2 down on the far side, and he's through. It's gone out. It was well shepherded out. And Almiron's gone down. Oh dear. Oh, it looks like he's crying. Oh. Cry, cry, baby. Wasn't that Jenna in the Eurovision? Oh, and he fell over himself. Oh no. Maybe he was trod on. Cry, cry, baby. Play a little maybe. And that's why I never go in for the Eurovision. So 10 shots for Newcastle, 2 for Leicester at the moment. We both had one on target though. One thing is we are going to have to do something because we cannot play like this for 90 minutes. My mother's girlfriend is a Liverpool fan, but we'd left her off. Got to be honest with you, it's a unique thing in Liverpool, isn't it? I mean, you can have families that are actually divided. There, it is a nice rivalry in Liverpool. To be honest with you, well, from the outside it looks it. I don't know what it's like from the inside. That was a tackle from behind. Yes, the referee's giving it again. Always getting in it. These Newcastle players are getting a little bit riled, you know. They are getting a little bit riled. I was going too grey, yeah, until I actually saw what had happened. So 42 minutes gone. 0-0 still. I believe it's still 1-0 to Man United in the other game. Newcastle breaking here. Are they going to get something before the half time? They got past face. Oh, a shot comes powering in. It was straight out Ward. Ward takes it very, very nicely. And apologies, it was Thomas, not Faze. Should have gone to Specsavers. Thomas slipping a little bit there. But Ward held strong. Nil. It was offside anyway, was that? And there's a free kick for some reason in the middle of our half. Ward's going to take it. They're now breaking away down the near side. Racing down away. Can't quite lose Castagna though, but it's passed back for Newcastle. They've cut through. Oh, Newcastle. Bruno played a lovely ball through and he wasn't quite able to get on the end of it, the Newcastle player. Leicester now chipping it ahead. Nowhere near Barnes. Newcastle straight back at us though. There's absolutely no respite here for the defence. Oh, a shot there! A shot from Newcastle. Ward getting down low to his left with a lovely save. Bruno there with a shot, punched to the side by Ward. A good diving save. James says still 1-0 to United. Came close from getting a second goal though. Oof. Corner and it goes all the way out of play. No, it doesn't. Newcastle have kept it in. Fair play to them. It's Tielemans. Oh, tried to pull him down in fairness. I think the referees played advantage. We're on 45 minutes here. 1 minute. 1 minute. Raphael, is that fair? Bless them. Where would we be without them? We could do with them on the pitch, to be honest with you. Oh, again. I could be honest with you. They are cutting us open. They are cutting us open. Willock there. One manager will be very, very happy with the way it's going, and that is Eddie Howe. One manager will be sat here very relieved. And there it is. It is half time, everybody. Half time. Ah, really? Right. Well, what can we say? Cowabunga. Cowabunga. We're going to steal this, says Jeff. It could end up like that, couldn't it? Could you imagine if we sneak this? Guys, it's that time of the game. It's half time. I need to go and water the plants. I will be back in 5 or 6 minutes. Please do not go away. Hopefully my computer will be working.
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts. From Aldershot to Manchester, from the Conference to the Premier League, from San Marino to Brazil. If it's football, we'll talk about it on Leicester Till I Die TV.
Subscribe and join in. You know you want to.
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts. You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts. From Aldershot to Manchester, from the Conference to the Premier League, from San Marino to Brazil. If it's football, we'll talk about it on Leicester Till I Die TV.
Subscribe and join in. You know you want to. This is the Leicester Till I Die Watchalong show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts. From Aldershot to Manchester, from the Conference to the Premier League, from San Marino to Brazil. If it's football, we'll talk about it on Leicester Till I Die TV.
Subscribe and join in. You know you want to.
Expects a Spanish Inquisition.
They don't. Good evening. How the devil are we all? Let's get back. Look, hopefully we're going to have a little bit a better reception now. I've kind of moved things around, which was why the introduction was a little bit longer than normal. But thank you for sticking with me. 0-0 at half time in the Carabao Cup. Let's have a look what some of you have been saying. One positive I can give you that you are still in the game. Yes, we are. Well, far better than Boxing Day. Is it, Brad, though? Is it? I mean, look, you know, we're where we are. You know, we're hanging on. I mean, they could have had 3, 4, 5. So it's better because it's 0-0, but I think we're still playing awful. They have totally and utterly dominated, in fairness. Who do you think our best players have been so far? To be honest with you, Nate, I've no idea, mate. No idea at all. Who do you think? You tell me. You tell me. Because the way things are at the moment, I'm really worried. I'm not going to lie. I'm really worried. Really worried as to how this is going to end up. I mean, we are in it still. It is still 0-0, but that's purely, I think, because we've been lucky with the shots on goal from Newcastle. And I've gone off again. Bear with me, guys. This is just getting... Is this going to work? Note to self, do not touch anything. Oh, God, what a night this is going to have to be. And I bet you'll go to penalties because my fucking thing's not working very well. It's bound to go all the way, isn't it, and go to penalties. You just know it. Oh. Right. So here we go. Let's bring this back up. So we are not kicking off. It's not kicked off as yet. 0-0. Thoughts on the game? We are hanging on. We are hanging on. It has been an awful game. I'm not going to lie. I can't see Leicester scoring. I just can't. I don't think it's Daka's fault. I can't sit here and blame Daka. I just don't think we've deserved it. You know, Newcastle are totally just toying with it like a dog, you know, or a cat with a mouse, just absolutely toying with us. And that's the embarrassing thing. But let's just have a look. Let's just have a look at the stats so far. 13 shots for Newcastle, 2 for Leicester, 3 on target for Newcastle, 1 for Leicester, 5 corners for Newcastle, 2 for Leicester. Players are out on the pitch. Leicester are out. I don't think there's been any changes so far. Perez, I can still see, is on the pitch, unfortunately. Bless him. So, what's going to happen in this second half? Will Newcastle get the goal, which, to be honest with you, if they get it, we can't say they don't deserve it. Or will Leicester do a smash and grab? Will we see a bit of a takeaway maybe from them this half? It's happened before. We've seen it happen before, haven't we?
Leicester Till I Die Watch-Along Show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
So we kicked off. Straight away, Joe Linton there has a shot. It's gone out for a corner. Again, straight away, clear on that far side. Was that? Did Ward touch that? Oh no, it came off Albrighton, which took it onto the post. Thankfully, I mean, start where we finished, I guess, which is shite. Somebody here is saying, got the feeling this year could be Rodgers' last hurrah at Leicester. More likely to go down than qualify for Europe. Only just scraped past during the other day and getting outplayed here. The 2 5th place finishes feels like a lifetime ago. Yeah, it does. It does. And like I say, Joe Linton just hit the woodwork. Trippier is down. Kieran Trippier is down for Newcastle. He's not moving. If I was Eddie Howe, I'd be a little bit worried at this point. And he is looking worried. I'd say fair play to Eddie. He went in there. He wasn't favourite for the job. he got it. Everybody's kind of saying, well, is this going to be just a short-term appointment just to keep them up? And last season, but he's done really well. And credit to him, really credit to him. Are we going to keep making excuses for Rodgers though? That's the question. Be careful what you say there, Gray. Come back and bite us on the bum. Man United still leading 1-0. Is he being taken off? Ward now. Leicester all in blue, kicking now from right to left. So basically the way that you see it on the graphic, which we've now got working in the middle there. Newcastle in their home strip, their famous black and white stripes, black shorts and black socks. But they lose out to Leicester on the far side. Oh, it's a bad ball. Honestly, we can't do the basics. And that is worrying. Newcastle offside there. Offside. But we're just not doing the basics. If we can't even get passes past each other, past the opposition to ourselves, oh. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. He was well open. Gray. He really was. Oh, Leicester had another shot. Mr. Tillemans. I'm only about 20 seconds behind on this at the moment. That's going to be a new. Harvey Barnes he did actually feign this a good run, and Tielemans tried one of his trademark long-range efforts, but he went over the top. But we have now got a corner. We have got a corner from it, so a little bit of pressure from Leicester now. Leicester City coming forward again. The minute we couldn't pass water. Agreed. I tend to go for the wind, you go for the water. Remember Earth, Wind and Fire? What a good group they were. On and on, longing through September. Daka comes in, but it was over the bar. Over the bar. So you were asking about best players earlier, Nate. At the moment, Ward is stood at the top of the stats with the most 6.9. Castagna is second. Bruno is down again. We need emergency Ward 10, I think, for him now. Hang on. No. Bruno is down and somebody is running on with an Oscar for him. Oh, I mean, I keep saying that. Perez did catch his knee with his studs. So fair play. Maybe I was being a little bit let's groove tonight. Oh, indeed, Gray. We should have an Earth, Wind and Fire night rather than a football watch-along night. Talking to the radio, of course, I may be changing things around a little bit because I may be becoming a DJ on. You remember Dave, who comes on the show occasionally? He always does the Friday night with us. and he helps run Surrey Hills Radio. It's an internet radio station. I may be getting over the breakfast show on there in a few in a month or so. So watch this space. Because that means I've got to get up in the morning. Oh, wake up with Fozzer. There we go. There's a title for it, Dave, if you're watching. Wake up with Fozzer. Yeah. People in Surrey Hills and Leatherhead will be going, no, let's get back to bed. United have had a goal disallowed. And they miss it. It was a free kick to Newcastle there. Let's have a look at it again. Oh, he went a bit early. It was close though. The guy that went early didn't. Oh, he pushed him down. Come on. But it's headed over anyway. And it is still 0-0. 53 minutes gone. Man United, a couple of minutes behind us. They are still 1-0 ahead. So that bit of pressure that Leicester imposed at the start of the second half. Oh, good save, Ward. Oof. Again, we let that ball go all the way through. BBC saying here, more sighs of relief from the home fans as Bruno gets up. But, Ward, I think he is being our man of the match here, I tell you. There's a corner, Trippier with it. All the way through. Again, though, somebody should have asked. Somebody should have got in the way of that cross earlier. It really should. They're saying here, Leicester asking questions. Good defending from Newcastle, but Leicester are just trying to develop themselves into the game. I do feel, though, that should Newcastle get a goal, I don't know if I can see Leicester coming back. That's worried. Less Perez nearer to Bruno than when he takes a shot at goal. Oh, now, Gray. Now. Apparently, James says Elanga had the ball in the net, but offside. Yeah. 1-0 still to United. Manchester, that is. Come on, no, it's been played on. He's been allowed to play on, but Newcastle have got it. It could have been a foul to Leicester there. Oh, just that nothing is falling for Leicester. Well, say nothing is falling. Is that luck or is that our bad passing? There's just a huge sign of desperation over Leicester's play at the moment. Faze with a kind of back heel up in the air, like a back heeled up and under to clear it out for Newcastle throwing on the near side. Remember, Newcastle now playing from left to right. And it's more like a rugby game there at the moment. Indeed, not very happy. Newcastle firmly on top. Yes, they are. Vardy might just fancy this, says Gray. I think we can bring. I'd love to see Vardy and Inacho come on and let's go 2 up. Like I said, I do think if Newcastle get that one goal, I can't see Leicester getting back into it. I really can't. But when you look at it, I mean, Newcastle have had 67 attacks to Leicester's 42. Dangerous attacks, they've had 42. We've had 20. That's like final third efforts. Oh, another effort there. I think it was nearly another own goal from Castagna. Shots on top, shots 16 to Newcastle, 4 to Leicester. They've had 4 times as many shots as us. Oh, it was a deflection. It's all one-way traffic. I mean, it does look a bit odd, but if you see the graph there, Newcastle actually being in blue on the graph because they're the team on the left, the home team. You can see it's all blue. It's all blue going along there. 2 cards in the game, both of those to Newcastle. A header there from Joe Linton, but it's straight into the arms of Danny Ward. A short. Oh no, man, for God's sake, stop doing this fucking passing out from the back. Jesus fucking Christ, we can't play that. At the moment, this is like League One. League One versus a Premier League team. And I tell you what, we ain't the Premier League team. This, honestly. Totally and utterly embarrassing the way we are playing. And there we go. There we go. It's a goal to Newcastle. It was coming. It was coming. No more than they deserve. No more than Leicester deserve. Gave the ball away again. Gave the ball away again. The guy just ran into the box. Longstaff. 1-0. 1-0. And you've got to say, Newcastle, fair play to them. It was a case of when, not if. No, it was Byrne. Sorry, not Longstaff. It was Byrne who scored. Yeah, James, it has definitely been coming. We never learn. We learn nothing, Gray. No, we've got like Professor Dumbledore as a fucking manager, haven't we? I mean, I know obviously we didn't. Oh, it's through the legs of Amati. He's a big guy as well. Oh, under the arms of Daka now. Leicester have got to come for it now. And I tell you what, this is just going to be, I can see it being 3 or 4-0. I really can. Leicester have got to go after it now. And let's be honest with you, our defence when we've been at 0-0 was rubbish. The defence when we're going to be 1-0 down. Leicester get a yellow card now. Tell you what, Walsall will be looking at this thinking, bring it on. Bring it on. That's how shit we are at the moment. And it's Perez that's got the card, I think. Well, we said that the Newcastle player did do 20 turnovers and a roll as well, but Inacho is warming up and Vardy is warming up. Vardy and Inacho are getting changed on the touchline. Maybe we're just going to see them come on. When Vardy and Inacho has played together, Vardy's got 7 goals. Inacho has got 9, sorry. So let's hope. I don't hold out much hope, to be honest with you. I really, really don't. I mean, I don't know what everybody else is thinking, but I mean, to be honest with you, it's just shite. It's embarrassing. Totally and utterly embarrassing. So indeed going off. Now Daka is obviously going off, which if you bring in Vardy and Nacho on, and he's had no service, Daka. So 63 minutes gone. Nacho is on for Thomas. Thomas is off, so I guess we're going 3 at the back. Looks like we could be going 3-5-2. Beginning to wonder if Newcastle would live to regret all those missed chances. Leicester done really well to keep this goalless, but what now? They have to change the momentum. Change the manager. Gray is fuming. I'm humiliated. The players that score against us, the players that score against us is pathetic. He couldn't score in 2 brothels. And Manchester United have made 3 changes in their game. Casemiro, Eriksen and Rashford are on for Manu, Fred and Anthony. So Perez is still on the pitch. Barnes again can't get the ball through. Oh dear. Why am I surprised? Why am I surprised? I mean, you could see it coming, couldn't you? Vardy would have been offside then, which seems to be a lot these days. So I think the Bournemouth management team there just having a quick game of Tetris on somebody's iPad. All right, Inacho now on the far side. There's an overlap. Castagna gets the ball in. Oh, I didn't get to a Leicester player, and it's headed clear by Newcastle and out for a throw-in. Another yellow card for Leicester. Indeedy gets this one. Like I said, did I say that Leicester were looking desperate earlier? I think he took one for the team there, Indeedy. I think it's his first yellow card of the season, but then he has hardly played, let's be honest with you. 65 minutes gone. Rodgers out now. We have no character, no fighting spirit, and can't even pass the bloody ball. That's great. I'm going to be honest with you, mate. Like you say, I think you're starting to talk to the converted here. I mean, okay, you can turn around and say, you know, well, we're lucky with the players we've got and who's out injured. Oh, indeed, for fuck's sake. I mean, he just tries and plays it out there. Why don't you just... You can't play Indeedy. You trap the ball, you get it and boot it upfield. You're not bloody Maradona. Well, he's dead, so he might be as good as Maradona at the moment. Yeah, Newcastle are firmly on top. 10 yards, Newcastle. It's a free kick. Gray says, we are making them look so great, I'm ashamed. I know the feeling, mate. I know the feeling. Sack the bloody lot. Indeed. Indeed. As Newcastle come away now down the far side, number 28 for them. Castagne's holding him off. It's back to Joe Linton with his white hair. Newcastle. Barnes, he got in the way there and it did go back to Ward and then he just shrugs his shoulders. Indeed, he's caught on the ball. Was that Indeed or Tielemans? One of them just caught on the ball again there. You can't be doing that. Oh, nice from Barnes through the legs. But again, we fucking get the ball and with nobody there. What is going on? Well, I don't know, Gray. I don't know if we can stay up, to be honest with you. Whilst I'm in, it's a corner to Newcastle. Whilst I'm in a cup, I want to win it. Will I be disappointed to go out? I don't think we'll win this anyway. If we do go through tonight, I don't think we'll win it. Armour is getting told off by the linesman, told to get on with it. He was having a bit of a whinge. Oof, 3 attempts there from Newcastle, one after the other. But it goes straight. Finally, Danny Ward goes down and collects it. There we go, 2-0, it's all over. Joe Linton, lovely taking goal. What can you say? Newcastle fans celebrating, nicely taking goal, fair play. On to Forest. I'm worried about that game, I'm not going to lie to you. It came from a throw-in in their half on the near side. Again, defending was just awful. Albrighton trying to get back to cover Joe Linton. But one touch from the pass and in. Where was Castagna? Where was Castagna? In fairness, Gray, it was a different side. It was a different side that Sheffield Wednesday beat. But fair play to Newcastle. Surely this is Newcastle into the last four now. You know, I mean, I can't see Leicester coming back from this. I really can't. If these get Man City, they will get battered. I don't think so. I don't think so. That would be the hardest game for them, obviously. 71 minutes and 3 seconds the goal was timed at. Amate, Castagna, chips it forward. Oh my fucking God! An open net and Vardy misses it. An open net and he misses it, Vardy. And I don't care whether he is Vardy or not. He's fucking useless at the moment. Fucking useless, Jamie Vardy. Good evening, Ash. Hope you are well. I'm sorry. I could have scored that, and I'm fucking overweight, fat, and useless at football. I mean, if that had gone in 15 minutes to go, that would have given us something to play for. Vardy's got the ball now on the far side. Can he make up for it? No, he can't. I mean, that one was harder. Newcastle fans are laughing at him. Fair play. We laughed at Newcastle fans for for years. I mean, that was a harder chance than the other one. But no, Kelechi isn't a sole striker. I don't think he is a terrible signing. I really don't. And we didn't say that when he got 4 past Spartak Moscow in the Europa League. I don't think he's a bad signing. I mean, you know, Liverpool wanted him. Man United wanted him. Arsenal wanted him. And you know what? We just, like I say, I think we were just late getting him. And that's the thing. If we got in the season before, then we would have had, you know, given, like I say, the Soyuncu Maguire situation. But Vardy's day is done. You know, I think so. How you can miss that, I do not know. I'm going to just ask on the BBC, has the Foxes' hopes gone with those 2 missed chances? To be honest with you, I don't think we had any hope before that. Free kicking from Mark Albrighton. With that one, if that one had gone in from Vardy, 15 minutes to go, you know what? Who knows? Who knows? We might have just got Newcastle a little bit worried. But we, you know, I mean, that was just a sitter. The second one was harder, and you know, I can't go mad at him for that. But that first one is absolutely unforgivable. Ash. Naughty Ash. Yeah, it was one game, but like I say, look at the teams that were in for him. Look at the teams that wanted him as much as we did. Like I say, you know, not every player we bring in is going to be a Fofana and come in and absolutely hit the floor running and, you know, be superb. You know, different country, different players, different strategies, and we can't expect them to come in. And I mean, I've been all around the country. It takes me a while everywhere I go, make new friends and settle in and find out, oh, Wilson is off and Isaac is on. So let's you know, we've got to give him, cut him some slack here. Like I say, have we got him in a season before when Vardy was still, in fairness, playing reasonably well? That would have helped him. It's still Man United 1, Charlton 0. Anthony's in. Yeah, I won't be surprised, mate. If Leicester do get knocked out, I do want to see Newcastle go on and win it. I really do. We all have good players, and they're just all collectively playing like shite. And we don't have any subs that can come on because everyone is injured. We've got to turn it around on Saturday. Saturdays, I'm really shitting it. I don't know, Gray. I don't know. 10 minutes to go, and it's a goal kick to Newcastle. The referee lost his can. Oh, we took the referee out there. Barnes and number 39 for Newcastle, Bruno, between them, took the referee out. Yeah, I think you'd be through though, Ash. I don't think Charlton are going to get one back against United. Yeah, but it's a good point. He never played in the World Cup though, did he? So you can't say that, you know, he's brought any bad performances over. But I think that Liverpool game, I think, would have knocked his confidence. Obviously, not just one but two own goals. Yeah, exactly, Nate. Exactly. I just think that the team morale at them. Oh, come on, referee. The team morale at the moment is just lower than a snake's belly, to be honest with you. 43 touches in the opposition box for Newcastle, 10 for Leicester. 21 shots for Newcastle, 6 for Leicester. And there's another book in here. Did you see the programme, Gray? Channel 4, 2 1-hour sessions? It was awful. It was absolutely awful. So Stephen Botman has now got a yellow card for Newcastle. 3-2 to Newcastle on yellow cards. Corner for Leicester. He's injured, Ash. So corner headed, not really that clear by Newcastle. Can Leicester hold on to it? Of course they can't. Of course they can't. Two players tackling each other there. Marcus, thank you very much, young man. Thank you. I'll put it towards a pint and get myself pissed later in the week. And I'll need that. Thank you, mate. Cheers, buddy. 8 minutes to go. If only that Vardy strike had gone in. And now Iheanacho just kicks it straight at a Newcastle player. And they come away again. Yeah, and just then, if we are in now or never territory, as the BBC said. Oh, a strike there from Willock. Thankfully went wide. Sometimes you just got to take your hat off and go, do you know what? The other team deserve it. And if, let's say, for example, we suddenly get 2 goals in the last 8 minutes. Mendy's coming on. Just what we need. A defensive midfielder coming on at 2-0 down. What the fuck? Hiya, Geordie. How you doing, mate? We look like a League One side compared to you, mate. So Almiron is off. So Maximin is on. Not sure what's happening for Leicester because, of course, it's just what we need to bring on, isn't it? 8 minutes to go. Perez is off and Mendy is on. Yeah, let's take off an attacking player and put on a defensive player, Brendan. Honestly, he's fucking useless, Brendan Rodgers. Too average, did you say, Gray? I don't think so. I think they put us to the sword. If they'd had the shooting boots on, this could have been a cricket score. Geordie says, hey, Chris, don't be so hard on your team. Yeah, but, I mean, how many times can we use that as an excuse? We've been saying that for like 2 seasons now. Let's have a look at what is causing the injuries, the training. I was talking to Rob Tanner the other day. Apparently, we've got hard pitches and soft pitches because Vardy likes to play on a hard pitch. Evans likes to play on a soft pitch. Like fucking horses. Oh, it's a soft pitch. We can't put Vardy out. No. No, they didn't dash. It was like poking the bear a little bit. They're not making them look good. I mean, the argument is, Gray, are we making them look good or are they making us look bad? I think we're going to say thank God. Well, they say it's only 2-0. Of course, it's not over yet, is it? Oh, Ward got his hand to it. Good save from Ward. But it's a corner on the other side. They're not though, Geordie. That's the problem. You stuffed us. We couldn't beat a poor Liverpool side. And we couldn't even beat a Fulham, newly promoted Fulham side. Yet another corner. Another corner. Guys, if you're new to the chat, please subscribe. Give me something to cheer today. I'm fucking cheering this lot. Yeah, but Gray, when was the last time we played then? That's the thing. And if we've got all these injuries, then we should play to the strengths of the players we've got. Round heads, round pegs, round holes. You know, you can't play one style and all these players are out. So the players I've got, we're still going to play to that style. Ricardo is I don't think we'll see him this season, but KDH could be back for Forest, yeah. Well, 88 minutes gone. And guess what? Newcastle 2, Leicester 0, and the ball is in our half. Man United still beating Charlton 1-0. They're about 3 minutes behind us. A chip up from Leicester into the box, but it's met by a head. Oh, well done, Barnes. They actually got to that ball first, and then we lose it. Yeah, then we lose it. I'd really like to see Ricardo back in February, but I don't think he will be, Gray. I don't think he will. Tell you what, though, ladies, if there's any ladies of the night hanging around the Newcastle United ground tonight, don't worry, you're safe. None of the Leicester players will be able to score if you took them home. Certainly not Vardy. You believe a word that Rodgers says, though, Gray? Every time he opens his mouth, it's just bullshit comes out. I don't think he knows which end of his arse from his mouth. When he goes to the toilet, he doesn't know which way to wipe. We are into the last minute. The BBC have just said Leicester look spent. We do. If only Vardy had got that, what is, let's be honest with you, was an easy chance. We're coming down the far side, though, and we lose it. We fucking lose it because we can't even control the ball when we've got it ourselves, and we trip over the ball. Fuck's sake. No, nor do I. Nor do I, Gray. Mendy's on the ball. Iheanacho. Castagna. Marco Brighton can't even get the ball in. He can't even get it past the first Newcastle defender. I love Mark, and I thought when he came in against Fulham, he changed the game round because he really got Vardy involved. But here we go again. He chips it into the box. Oh my fucking aunt's knickers, Tielemans. Had the 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I mean, if we got that Vardy goal. Cowabunga! 5 minutes. Can Leicester do anything? We haven't done anything in 90, so I very much doubt we can do anything in the last minute. No, we're not, Jeff. No, we are not. And the ball is down our end, which we don't want. I think it's a corner, which we don't want. When you compare the Newcastle team versus ours, it's unfortunately clear off this game. Too many players are just average. Vardy passed it. Barnes Don't get me started. Indeed, all legs and nothing else. Indeed, he passed it. I don't think he's passed it age-wise. Manchester United have just got a second goal against Charlton. Rashford scoring in the 89th minute. Free kick for Newcastle taken by Pope, who kicks it straight out. So throw in for Leicester. We've got about 2 minutes left. I almost feel like I want the whistle to go, put us out of our misery. You could have got a third then, Newcastle. They're still in with a chance. Oh dear, goal kick for Newcastle. Please, referee, just blow the whistle and put us out of our misery. Gray doesn't recognise Leicester anymore. David, the sad part is we cannot blame Rodgers for players not being able to pass properly. Blame him for tactics, okay, but it's criminal how poorly we pass to one another. It's laughable. Can we not blame him for that? He's the manager. He should be looking at this and going, right, we've got a problem passing. Let us have a look and let us do some practicing on the £100 million training complex that we have. And it's all over. Thank God. It is 2-0 to Newcastle. And I'm going to say now, look, guys, whatever we think, Newcastle deserve that. Fair play to them. Fair play to them. We could go and say this was wrong and that was wrong, but do you know what? They were the better team. They were the better team from the start. Let's get rid of all of this. There we go. They were. You can't take anything away from Newcastle. Yeah, no, well, thank you. Small mercies, Marcus, small mercies. Hope Newcastle, Marcus, and if you are still in with us, Geordie, I do hope you go ahead and win this now. I'd like to see you do that. Knock it out to Manchester City and whoever else is left in, Man United. So go ahead and please, Newcastle, and do it. You completely outplayed us today. You made us look like a League Two side. You really did. There was vast amounts of that where it was just a training match for you guys. That's all it was. I think I trust a fart after a Vindaloo, says Brad. Oh yeah, who are you trying to curry up favour with? Thank you. Yeah, well, God. That's about as good as it gets tonight. We are shambolic, yeah. Jeff says, well done, Newcastle. Forest next, and what an important game that will be for both teams. Yes, it is. Honestly, if we lose to Forest, that's it for me. Rodgers has got to go. If we lose to Forest, Rodgers has got to go. Cheers, James. Got work in the morning. All the best, mate. Thanks for popping in. Take care, buddy. Hubert says we're going to lose to Forest 4-0. Newcastle 100% deserve the win. I agree. Today we missed a few chances, but otherwise we're just a shade better than awful. I think that's us. I had starting them young in Newcastle, but hell, tops off and he barely looks 20, and he hasn't got any weight on him to protect him from the cold. Well, no, congratulations to Newcastle semi-final. Look, you know, they beat us, and you can argue, were we bad? Were they that good? Did we make them look good? Did they make us look bad? Who knows? You know, but at the end of the day, as you look at that, as Matty says there, can't believe we're seeing us in a semi-final. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. You know, you deserved it today, Matty. I hope you make it all the way to the final. I really do. You deserve to be there. You deserve to be there, mate. Smash the likes if you are in 26 watching at the moment. Please do smash that likes. It does help the channel. Duck is in. My dad had an accident once eating curry. He slipped into a... 3 things we need to change: tactics, formation, and the manager. If we change the third one, Brad, hopefully the second one, first and second one, will happen. I mean, Brad, do you think this Rodgers out? For me, it is if we lose to Forest. If we lose to Forest, he's got to go. You ever got up at 4 a.m. in Australia, off work for me to paint some walls, kick rocks, and they'll be sour all day. All the best, Chris. I'll be back for the next one. All the best, Hubert. Take care down there in Aussie land. Thanks, Chris. Disappointing result, but hey ho, time for breakfast in the Philippines. Have a good one, mate. 4 a.m. kickoff. Yeah, mate. To get up at 4 o'clock for that, Dross. I think you deserve the award today for putting up with that. We've got like 4 players starting that shouldn't, and we're playing a top 4 team. We will turn this around. Just need some reinforcements. We need a fucking miracle, mate. I mean, Vardy should have scored. How the hell Vardy missed that, I don't know. Brad, do you want to come on, by the way, and give your thoughts on the game? I know we discussed it earlier. Let me know if you do. I don't get... unless Perez, he'd been taken down a few times. So whether he had to come off, I don't know. But Mendy coming on in the 96th minute, please. We can't beat Forest. We have nothing to go for. Sorry, he's proven he'll never change. We're giving ample chances to prove us wrong. So yes, he has to go. I don't know how you pronounce that. Unlucky lads. Always a strong side against us. I'll send you the link, mate. Vardy really hasn't done a good way of things recently. No. Slurpy's back. 2-0 down and Mendy comes on. I know. Right, let me just send this through to young Bradley. We'll just have a quick half an hour's worth of post-match depression, because I think that's what it's going to be. I'm not saying that's the season over, but we've got a relegation battle to fight for now. Robert Leslie says, I'm sorry that we beat you. Don't be sorry, mate. Don't be sorry. That's football. That is football. I'm sorry that we beat you. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that you stay up, and between us we can take on the so-called Big Six. Yeah, well done, mate. Like I say, well done to Newcastle. we'll have you an extra 24 hours. We'll play tomorrow against Wolves in the quarterfinals. Are you in the quarterfinals? Bloody hell. Well, you'll have an extra 24 hours. We play tomorrow against Wolves. Really? I didn't know you were in the quarterfinals of this cup. Ranting coming. Yes, we need Foxes in the Premier League. Yeah, but if we don't deserve to be there, are we really and truly surprised? Not at all, Terry. Good evening. See, that's where it's difficult to blame everything on Brendan. As you say, how the hell did Vardy miss that? Injuries have decimated our career. Fair point, David. Fair point. We would have changed everything in the 80th minute or so. That would have done. Yeah, if that goal would have gone in, I would have put that. It's that bit of doubt in Newcastle's mind. Are you really in the cup? Are you really, really, really in the cup? Sorry, Brad, I hadn't pressed send as I normally do. That's usually my trick, isn't it? No timescale on Madison return either. Worrying times. Very, very worrying times. And that's the problem. That is the problem. Okay, guys, look, if you've got a tin hat, I suggest now is the time to go and put it on. If you've sat at a table, get under the table. Some people call him Jesus. I don't think even that would have helped us tonight. Brad, good evening, sir. Well, not good evening, evening.
Evening being the operative word, mate.
Now, here we go. Right, mate. Hey, the floor is yours. Whoops. No, it's not.
2 years ago, right? 2 years ago, Leicester City fans, myself, Chris, you guys included. I know there's some Newcastle fans in there, but for the majority of you here tonight, Leicester fans, 2 years ago, Leicester were riding the high. We were setting the benchmark. We were the club that everybody's striving to be like that wasn't part of the Big Six. We were knocking down the door, qualifying for Europe back-to-back seasons. We were even pinching ourselves a little bit of silverware. And now I'm half tongue-in-cheek joking with a friend of mine saying, can we have the League One days back? Because I've never seen such a bunch of scared individuals that lack the faith in themselves. They lack the faith in what they're being told to do. They lack the trust in each other. They lack the either understanding or trust in the manager's tactics. And, you know, you put my comment up earlier, Chris. You know, three things need to change. Scrap this fucking 4-3-3 defensive diamond formation. Stop playing out from the back and trying to pass away into their half and pass it into the net. And maybe the solution to that is by getting rid of the third problem, which is the manager. Because time and time again, Chris, we have sat here, haven't we? And we've defended him, and we've sat here, maybe kind of at our own words and a few slices of humble pie because results have started to turn. And we've gone, oh, okay, maybe he's learned. Maybe he's learned. And he's like that kid that's always naughty at school. Then for a few weeks, he changes his attitude because his mum threatens to take away his PlayStation. And he's suddenly a golden child. He's well behaved, and it's the school letting him down. And it's the other pupils that are letting him down. And it's not that kid's fault because he's suddenly changed his attitude. And really, all he's done is gone back to his old ways, and he's got away with it. Top, I love you, and I love your family, and I love everything this family has ever done since the day they've walked through the doors of this club. And I'm not for a second saying anything about you as a person or something, but put your heart to one side, mate. Put your heart to one side and make that brave call. Make that brave call. Change the doors, because right now, if you said to me, give Rodgers 50 million to spend in the window, or use the 50 million to sack him and replace him with Deitch, Pochettino, you name it, whoever you can think of, I'm taking option B all day long, because that squad, fully fit, should not be getting dismantled and playing like that. right? Newcastle, a team above the rest. Give them that. They're having a belting season. Eddie Howe, fantastic. Not just besmirching Newcastle fans or their team performance. They were brilliant, much deserving the win. But Stevenage Borough could have given them a better fight. Ironically, and I'm only going to get this in because please let me have this moment, Sheffield Wednesday gave Newcastle a better fight. This is beyond start of the season doubt. I feel sorry for Danny Ward because he's conceded 2 goals and he's probably played his best game. He made about 4 fantastic saves tonight and could have stopped it being worse than Boxing Day. Because that really, Chris, anyone going to disagree with me if I said that should have finished like 6-0 Newcastle? I don't think so with the chances they had. And that's where I draw the line. You're not changing, Rodgers. I've gave you a chance. I've backed your corner. I've bit my tongue. I've changed my opinion of you. And yet again, you've proven us right. You're too stubborn.
Let me take some points there that you've raised. And I'm not going to argue with you. There's nothing I'm going to disagree with you on that. But just some points I want to discuss with you. League One, you said let's go back to the League One days. To my mind tonight, and take nothing away from Newcastle were absolutely on it tonight. It shouldn't have been 0-0 at half time. We were lucky. I said at that point that Eddie Howe would have gone in sort of frustrated. Brendan Rodgers would have gone in thinking, well, how the fuck did we get away with that one? But I said they made us look like a League One side. And it's always a difficult one to say. Like, were we that bad or were Newcastle that good? Did we play badly? Did we sort of play, or did Newcastle play that well? They just didn't let us play. There's always arguments on both sides of that. But we look like a League One side there today. We had nothing of any description. We can't pass wind, as I've often said. Playing out from the back, my God, I could not fucking believe how many we got away with there. Could not believe it. We were absolutely... the number of times we passed to players who were being closed down so quickly by Newcastle, instead of just belting up the fucking field. And formation, look, 4-4-2 for me. Let's get the 2 up front. At least when we had the 2 up front, we actually offered something. But Daka, he didn't get much service. But Vardy, we could have scored that one.
Yeah. And that's another thing. Yes, I'll agree with anybody in here that says that Vardy's lost a bit of pace and he's not the same player he is. But you don't become a bad player overnight. And that's what Brendan Rodgers has somehow turned Vardy into. Because I haven't seen Vardy be this, I can't even think of the word, but this unconfident in his own ability in front of goal since that season that he nearly retired from football. Do you remember that season where if it weren't for Nigel Pearson and the summer put his arm around him, he would have walked away from the game? I have never seen that man. I've never seen him so unconfident in his own ability to finish since then. And that was only because I heard it come out through other people's word of mouth afterwards, and maybe even Vardy himself suggesting that he was going to do so. I have never seen him that.
To be a rep.
And it's just, it's one of them that had this game been end to end and we just fluffed our chances and they took 2, we wouldn't be sat here so angry and annoyed. We're going, all right, we tried, we gave it all, fine. But you just feel like some players make a movement and stop because they don't know if that's their ball, or they don't quite trust either themselves or their teammate to get the ball. So like, actually, in case you don't get it, I'm going to drop off. We should have been hammering into Newcastle tonight. We should have been doing a Hamza Chowdhury, right? And maybe without the leg break. That's not the point I was making. But you know what I mean? We talked about these sort of players that aren't at this club at this moment. Either they've been moved on or they're on loan, where they would have gone into this game and it might have been only their second game this season. It might have been only their first game they've played for us this season, but they'd have gone in full-blooded. They'd have got a yellow card. They'd have ragged the player around. They'd have made him fall over and look stupid. They'd have stolen the ball off him. They'd have put us on the front foot. And that's what we're missing. We are missing that. And they look terrified to do it. And I'm not sure if it's a mixture of either their own confidence and self-belief, or they're afraid of the repercussions they'll get of stepping out of line of Brendan's instructions. Because we've seen it happen.
I mean, there's a lot of anti-Daka protests in the chat tonight. And I get that. It's frustration. I honestly, and I said this, I don't know if you saw the Rob Tanner interview, Rob Tanner from The Athletic yesterday, but I said to him, almost feel like not just Daka, but whoever we'd bought as that position came in a season too late. Because Soyuncu was good because he had that season, he had, behind the scenes, getting used to the squad, settling in before he actually went into the squad. When Daka's, he could have probably done with that. I honestly think he has got to go. Do you remember when Prel, the way we played under Prel was better than this?
I think it was similar.
Somebody said the other day, let's bring back Claudio Ranieri. And I've got to be honest with you, I actually said no way, because remember where we were when he left us. But I'll tell you what, bring back Claude Puel, because he was had us playing better football than this load of shite that Rodgers has got us playing.
I tell you what, they're not too dissimilar, are they? Because you look at the stave of execution he got when we beat Man City and Chelsea back to back.
Yeah.
There's not too much similar. You look at them like 8 or 9 games from his last tenure. It was sit back, defend. We can't be. It's almost like the same attitude's been given by Rodgers, and it's I don't trust you, and you, or you 6, or you as a collective. I don't trust you to get a result by being aggressive. I don't trust us to win games by being aggressive. So I want as many defensive-minded players out there as I can. We're going to attack down the same wing because I don't trust the right side. And he doesn't, regardless of Perez's opinions aside, he does not trust that right side. Unless he's got Ricardo or Castagne, he does not trust that right side. So he deliberately makes it so Barnes or Thomas or whoever's on that left side gets marked out of the game, because every team knows that's where we're going to go. And he's basically saying, I'm putting in Ndidi and Mendy on because I don't trust A, B, F, G, and X on the bench, or Z, Y, and D on the pitch can turn this around. The only way I see them turning it around is if we force them to make a mistake and we punt the ball on to Vardy. When did Leicester become a desperate team that with 70 minutes on the clock, 1-0 down, would go and hoof a ball 50 yards up the pitch, and I hope that there's a 6-foot Vardy at best, I don't know his height, someone can correct me, is going to get his head on it and do it. I don't get it. I just don't get this mentality that's being injected into this side. A team that 2 years ago was finishing 5th and bringing home some silverware.
Yeah. No, I as I say, you're preaching to the converted here in a lot of ways. And I just, do you remember when Rodgers came in, he got the best out of Vardy, and we started to play attacking football again. Well, whatever happened to that?
What happened to that is exactly what happened to Ranieri, funny enough, and we've compared him to ex-managers. And that is Ranieri left Leicester alone, which is what Rodgers did. He kind of let them play their free-flowing football and go at it. And then maybe Vardy made a suggestion, or a couple of players got together and went, Gaffer, we could use going 2 up front. And Rodgers went, okay, I don't want to rock the boat, so I'm going to go with Ian Apcho, and I'm going to go with Vardy up front. And when he realised his players knew themselves better than he did, he got the ump. He got the royal hump. And that's why, even though we got to a semi-final, which I'll be forever grateful for, and always remember that we got to a semi-final of a European competition, regardless of what you think of the Europa Conference League. We've never done it before, so it was something. That's why we finished 8th. That's why that little run at the end saved us from being a bottom half of the table club and got us up to a respectable position. And he's got the and this is what I mean, taking it back to that naughty child in the classroom scenario. He's got the and he's gone, well, I did win things and I did it your way and I was really good at my job. So now you should do what I tell you and you should just be really good at it. And it's like, that's not how it works. Don't play to an individual or a couple of individuals. Play to your team's strength. We're littered with pace, mate. Madison, Yuri, Barnes, Daka, Castagne. The list is endless of actual pace merchants we have in that squad. And what do we exploit? We're going to start the attack from 35 yards inside our own half, and we want Vardy to get it 10 yards inside our own half and try and score with it. Sorry, what?
So, yeah. Nate says there, who's on the bench? Vestergaard, Brunt, Braybrook, Everson, McAteer. I'll tell you what, Brunt and McAteer were two of our best players against Gillingham, and I would have maybe given them a run out on this one. What have we got to lose? And looking back, they couldn't have done any worse. Doug says your fixtures until March are a nightmare. Mate, whoever we play, it's going to be a nightmare. If we played Forest, Wolves and Southampton, it'd be a fucking nightmare, I'll tell you. I tell you what we do need, Anthony. We need a bloody miracle. That's what it is. Forest, Walsall, Villa, Spurs. I mean, Walsall will be looking at that thinking like, hey, come on, lads, bring on Leicester.
Yeah, they will. They'll look at that. They won't even have been fazed by the fact that we did Gillingham. They'll look at the other results and go, yeah, but if we score against them, they collapse.
Yeah, yeah.
And who would anyone argue with me and Chris here if we said it's the 83rd minute, Leicester are 1-0 up against Walsall, and then they score from a corner? I would love to see a poll result. Who wins that game? Hypothetical. If it's 1-1 with 85 minutes played, who wins the game? Because it ain't Leicester. Walsall are going through.
I mean, all right. I mean, like I say, it could have been different if Vardy got that one. But explain to me, I mean, as much as all right, we don't like Perez and we moan about Perez, blah, blah, blah. But 2-0 down, do you explain to me, and I don't think he was injured, you take Perez off, who at least attacks, and bring on Mendy?
There is not a solution in the world that makes sense, right? And do you know what? I don't know who it was who said, look who was on the bench, right? I would have rather, considering we were hoofing the fucking ball up to nobody for the majority of that second half once Newcastle had the lead, I would rather of Brendan Rodgers maybe have got the old YouTube up and looked at how Martin O'Neill did things. I'd have rather have him took Perez on and stuck Vestergaard up front.
Yeah.
Because their 9-foot lamppost dribbled round us and scored like his name was Roberto Carlos. At least with our 9-foot lamppost, if we left him on the penalty spot, he might have done something.
No, I mean, I could say, Dan says, evening, gents. Good evening, Dan. How are you? I believe you're new. I've not seen you before. If you're not new, welcome back. If you are, give us a subscribe, please, and support the channel. Absolute disgrace. Spineless and gutless. Where have our fearless foxes gone? Indeed. Indeed. That
From
is
foxes never quit to foxes are fearless, mate. That's what we are. So foxes are afraid, sorry, should I say.
Yes, yeah. Luke, True Red, are you Mr. Williams? You think you just, if it is you, I've followed you back, mate, on Twitter. We'll have 2 Leicester, 2 Forest fans on Thursday. I just don't know what to say. I mean, let's just say one thing, right? Let's just say one thing. Well done to Newcastle.
Yeah, 100%.
They played well. All right, you know, whether we were bad or whether they made us look bad in that first half, I said it was Premier League versus League One, and you didn't have to sort of work out which side was which. You know, I mean, who's this in? Tom is in. Good evening, Tom. Well done, mate. Well done. Go on and win the damn thing now for us. Make a few bloody a few noses, as they say, on the way there. You deserved it tonight, Tom. Nice one, mate. Well done. You know, I look at Newcastle now, and I'm thinking that used to be us.
Yeah, it did, mate. It did. Granted, and I'm sure Newcastle fans will admit this, a slightly richer and a slightly wealthier, and not slightly wealthier, but I mean in terms of squad depth and talent, version of Leicester from 15-16 season, that's exactly what we set a pinnacle for. And it isn't like Newcastle have gone out and spent 400 million to get this team from what was a relegated side in all mindsets until the takeover to now challenging for the top four. It's almost like did Rodgers see Newcastle and all these clubs doing this and go, well, I've proven we can do it. I don't need to bother anymore. Because it feels like that. It feels like he's put his feet up like I just have. And sat back and gone, well, I got us fifth twice. I won us FA Cup. I proved that a team can do it without money. Now what do you want me to do?
Yeah. I was going to say, good news to everybody, by the way. If you are thinking of getting rid of your manager, absolutely brilliant news. Steve Bruce is considering retiring. Hey, every cloud. Guys. Yeah, I followed you back. Luke. Send me a message, and I'll reply tomorrow for you, mate. I'm not trying to. You see, David, and I don't know. Am I being unfair here with what I'm going to say, Brad? We've got to be fair when looking at who is left to play. Right, if you take his first choice, and remember what people have been saying recently, we've not got a small squad. We've got the same size squad as every other Premier League team. That's how it works now. You've got to name 26 players, and that we're no smaller squad. Obviously, we've not got the depth of squad, and I will grant you that. But when our first teamers are out, and let's say, in the first team they're doing, let's say we play 3-5-2, okay? And that's with the players that he's got, and they work well from that, in that formation, and that's what they want. And then suddenly half that team is decimated with injuries, and the players you've got left don't fit into that. Do you not then go, well, Brendan, look at the players we've got and make the best of what we've got? Because the players that you've now got maybe can't play that 3-5-2. So maybe they've got to play a 4-4-2 or whatever. I can't see him doing that.
Yeah, I can't see him doing that because he's very one-dimensional. Like I said, it almost seems now like that season where we played two up front was a tactic and formation that the players conjured together to get what they felt was the best out of them. Because you're very right, Chris. This isn't the first season, and it's you can look in depth and try and say, is it the training regime? Is it this or that? Whatever. Forget the reason behind it. This isn't the first season. Leicester have found themselves depleted in either available first team members due to injury or quality and depth. Now, we have still at the club 4 central defensive midfielders. Chowdhury's on loan. Mendy can't get a look in despite how well he does when he seems to play for us. Samore, granted, has come on a lot since his first year here. And then there's Ndidi. Right? So Ndidi keeps picking up niggling injuries. So that leaves us Samore. On a regular fit first team, we have 2 players that get injured themselves in terms of Samore and Ndidi. So why is it right? Maybe it's just a football manager thing. Maybe it's just one of these armchair managers where we sit there and play his games. Why aren't they working on 3 formations? Why aren't they going, okay, if we've only got Vardy, or if we've only got Daka, or if we've only got Iheanacho fit, this is how we're going to play. Or when we've got these players available, this is how we're going to play. Or if we're away from home against top 6 club, this is how we're going to play, and at home against them, that's how we play. You versatile. It is all part of the fluidity game, right? He's got all the tools there to be versatile and have Leicester be fluid. He's made no qualms in saying, I want players at this club that can play 2-3 positions. Maddison plays across that midfield line. Vardy's been a winger, a false 9, and a centre forward. Luke Thomas has been tried and some people say tired and tested as a left wing back, a left winger, and a left back. If you've got all the capabilities and all the pieces of the jigsaw, why aren't you working on it in the training ground? Because you cannot tell me that manager and that team is familiar with two styles of play and two different lineups, whether that's three at the back, five in midfield, and two up front, or this 4-3-3 defensive formation, or 4-4-2, because they look alienated when they have to play anything other.
Yeah.
Anything other than 4-3-3, they look absolutely alien to it.
Yeah. I mean, David says there, and I get your point, play a 3-5-2 and if Vestergaard starts a mistake and they score, then we blame Brendan for starting a lamppost. But thing is, we bought Vestergaard in, and we know he was the wrong buy. We know that totally. But he plays a certain way, and we have to accept that. And if we're not going to play that way, then he doesn't start. But we use him when we start that way. But at the moment, neither him nor Soyuncu, they all right, it was against Gillingham, sorry, but we beat them and they didn't concede a goal. And just saying now back up here to Tom, the Newcastle fan, just hoping we don't get one of the Manchester clubs in the next round, because that would be tough for us. To be totally honest with you, mate, I think City would be tough. Newcastle against Man United, I think you would come out on top. You got, you're a top three side now, mate. Let them worry about you. Don't you be scared of them. Let them be scared of you. And anybody that gets Newcastle now in the cup, all right, you lost to Sheffield Wednesday. It's the FA Cup. It's the stuff of dreams. You didn't have Pope in goal. You had Chris Wood up front. I mean, you were handicapped from the start. But you're third in the league. Come on, I think you're going to get Champions League at the end of the season. But I think we were lucky that it was only 2-0. Just out of interest, should we see? And I'm not going to do a player rating because I think it would just be embarrassing. I really do. Ward got 5.56 from the Leicester fans. He was our player of the match. Joe Linton won it overall with another two points, but our best player on the night got 5.5 points out of 10. That kind of sums it up, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know what? He probably deserves an 8 because he's the reason it isn't 6-0.
Yeah.
He made easily 3 saves that were very good quality, high class saves. He's one of them where I'm not surprised that our best player only got a 5.5, but you could also have a report where he gets an 8 because the scoreline could have been 6 times worse. You know what I mean? It's one of them where you go, if you give the keeper 8 and you lose 2-0, he's done something right in his terms.
Interesting though, Perez scored higher than Vardy.
Not surprised. Vardy missed 2 great chances. He was about as effective as Vardy in front of goal in terms of he didn't do much. And as I've been saying for the last previous week, whether I consider him to be a top 10 Premier League player or not, God, my old dad, my old man, he loves a tryer, and at least Perez tries.
He was really putting it about in this game. I know it's Newcastle, it was his own club, he had a point, maybe a point to prove, but fair play to him. He was really, really going for it. Just looking here, possession. Actually, at one point it was embarrassing. It was 70% for Newcastle, but it ended up as 52,000 and 52,000. What am I saying? 52% to 48. What I like to call a Brexit split there. Okay, now shots. 22 shots for Newcastle, 7 for Leicester. 9 on target for Newcastle, 1 on target for Leicester. I mean, they played it well. They played the perfect game, and they were patient. We had to be patient against Gillingham. They had to be patient, and I knew we couldn't keep that up for 90 minutes.
No, not a chance. Not a chance. And do you know what? Yeah, I know you've said it a few times tonight. Were we good or were they? Were we good? Of course, were they good or were we just bad?
Yeah.
Do you know what I think? Do you know what the worst thing is? I don't even think Newcastle had to be good to beat us. I'm not saying they weren't, but I'm saying I don't even think Newcastle needed to find that gear tonight to beat us. I think it was as one purple hater of the Avengers once says, it was inevitable.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that, I meant Thanos, just for those that are wondering why I'm talking about a purple thing. I'm not talking about anything disgusting. I'm on about Thanos.
Just to end it, we've got Forest coming up. I'm not confident in that.
I wasn't confident about it before tonight. Guess what? Still not confident. Oh, God. No, Chris, they've got Jesse Lingard, who probably hasn't played for them in about 3 weeks. You know he's going to do a Pied Piper shite celebration and score a hat-trick past us. Yeah. Oh, I'm going bed, Chris. I'm going bed. I've had
enough. On a promise.
I wish.
David says Ward was immense with how he played. Anthony says he'll take over. And Chris and Brad, you can be my number twos. I'm sorry. Mark Selby for manager. Tell you what, that actually would speed play up if we played at a snooker rate. I'd have Ronnie O'Sullivan as that.
I'll take the job if they offer it.
But Luke's saying, hi, Brad. He's
hi, Championship.
Hey, don't use me saying that.
Not until it happens, Chris. I'm going to keep having it until it happens.
I am not going to be on the computer in any way after Saturday if we lose.
No, I'm not. We're not doing a post match if we lose, Luke. So you can enjoy it.
No, not at all.
Luke, just a quick question, Chris, because you mentioned earlier. Who did Forest get in the 4th round draw, Chris? Does Luke know?
For the FA Cup?
I didn't see that number come out.
Funny you should. Maybe Luke can answer that. You know. So,
I for one am just waiting to hear his response.
We will wait. Look, Leicester, what can we hope for the rest of the season?
A new manager, a new formation, a guy that actually injects belief into the squad. A Scarecrow has more movement in this weather than Brendan on the touchline. So I'll take the job. I'll take it. Give me a grand a month. I ain't asking much, Leicester. I'll do it. I'll give it more. You know that bloke who Andy Tate was it? Who went, give it Giggsy to end the season. Give it Brad till end the season. Watch us win things. I'll do it, mate.
Brendan Rodgers earlier today said, I'm a decent coach, not a magician. Rivals have more resources.
All right, Jurgen Klopp. Sorry, I think he's been reading Jurgen Klopp's 1001 book of excuses. What kind of dynamo trick do you need to pull out here? Then you play 4 at the back. You tell them to press. You play a flat 3 in midfield. You tell them to suffocate their midfield. You play Tillemans whilst Madders is out. You tell Tillemans to take the number 10 role to engage their defensive line, and you tell Iheanacho and Daka that they're starting together, and you have Daka play off Iheanacho because he can actually hold the ball up and play it into Daka. Sorry, did I just solve the biggest magician crucible going there? Because it sounds pretty fucking simple, Brendan.
Yes, it does.
4-3-1-2. It ain't that difficult to work out how to get the best side. But I don't know.
Mate, look, I'll be honest, if I stay on much longer, I think I'm going to slip my wrists. I mean, we know he's not going to get sacked, is he?
We can only hope, but apparently not.
No. We have a reply. We have a reply here from Luke. What's the FA Cup? That's the trophy. True, the cup competition that you guys were getting so excited about last season because you knocked us out of it, I believe. That's what the FA Cup was.
Yeah, that
we
was
won a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that nice shiny thing. You know that thing that you celebrated with your open top bus parade for knocking us out in the 4th round last year. Well, you get that for winning it, Luke. That's what that is, mate. That's what happens.
John is in. Good evening, John. How are you? Commiseration, guys, but we were the better team tonight. Could have been more goals. Bruno outstanding, Joe Linton class, and another day Vardy would have scored to get you back in the game. Do you know what, John? You were the better team. There's no doubt about it. And in the first half, once you got the first goal, I thought it was going to be 4 or 5. I think the sad thing is that you didn't need, once you'd gone 1-0 up, you didn't take your foot off the brake because you weren't going that fast. I just think that, once the second goal went in, I just said game over.
Yeah. I mean, Chris, when their first goal scorer turns into Damberto Carlos, I mean, you got no hope of winning the game.
No. But no, like I've said many times, Newcastle, well done, guys. You deserved it. Go on and win the competition now. And I say, don't let it be Man City or Liverpool again. Brad, thank you for coming on and sharing the pain, shall I say. It's always good to talk.
Yeah, no worries, mate. And just remember, guys, hashtag Brad for Leicester manager. Just get it trending. We'll get
there. And don't forget, top 10 battles back this week with a... I'm going to have to say, because I was doing the prediction league at 9 o'clock on Wednesday. Of course, you can't come on because you're going to have a quiz on your own channel.
Yes.
So it's the only thing is, it's the only time I could fit it in. Because I had Johnson, I had Rob Tanner on Monday, this tonight. The preview is on Thursday, so I've not been rude, but I know you are doing your own quiz. And do check Brad's channel out. Top 10 battles. It's completely different, and it is very interesting because it is different. And he's got a quiz going on this week.
Yes, I do. Thanks for that, mate. Appreciate it.
The link is in the description below. Always in the description below because he's a mod on my channel. I'm going to go. I don't know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go and write all this up, haven't I? Mate, have a good one. In the words of D-Ream, things can only get better.
Well, let's hope.
Take care, buddy.
See you later.
See you later. Bye-bye. Oh, okay. Oh, I mean, yeah. Look, let's look forward. And see what is coming up next.
Coming up next on Leicester Till I Die TV.
It's the Battle of the Nappies. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock, we have got the Battle of the Nappies. We've got Luke from West Ham Reunited and Charlie, Manchester City fan, are going to be coming back to play the first quarter-final of the home and away quiz. And because it's the quarter-final, it's going to be a lot harder. Brad is setting the questions. Therefore, if the same questions come up that I ask, it's different because I don't want to be asking the same questions. That is 6 o'clock tomorrow. 9 o'clock tomorrow, it's the prediction show. We will see you then, hopefully for one of the chats on one of the shows. Brad's got his quiz tomorrow. Watch that on catch up after the prediction show. It should be a laugh. Look, Rogers has got to go. I just don't know where we're going to go after this. I just don't know. I'm going to go to bed, I think. Guys, thank you very much for watching, sticking with me. It's been a shit night for the score. It's been a shit night for the links and the actual internet link. And we had a lot of problems. Thank you to Neil from Beyond the 90. Check his channel out, Big Leicester channel, for coming on and just carrying me through while I try to sort out the internet and everything. So thank him for that. I will see you tomorrow night, hopefully at 6 o'clock if it's all working. If you're new, please do sub to the channel. We don't just do Leicester City stuff, we do quizzes. And there we go. We've got a quiz coming up tomorrow. So we're doing the quizzes and we do prediction leagues and we do everything else. So we have a laugh. So please do subscribe, Leicester fan or not. And I will see you tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Take care, guys. Thanks a lot now. Stay safe. And remember, it's hard, but keep the faith.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye and see you next time.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You'd better like them too, or I'll be back.
Leicester Till I